Okay, so this right here, it's got about 10 million impressions on this, man. About 10 million people watch this, and so it says a 35 unmarried woman and a 35 unmarried man are not the same. This is interesting topic, right? I want to go ahead and bring up my opinion on this, you guys, especially since next year, 2025, I'll be approaching the big 3-0 myself, you guys. And so I want to go ahead and talk about this. But first, let's go ahead and just kind of look at some of the comments and what it says. This woman says a 35-year-old unmarried man is a red flag. This right here is it's a contradictory statement in itself already, because first off, why this doesn't even matter? Like, that doesn't even make sense. A 35 unmarried man, like, why does that matter to you? If he's married, you shouldn't even be worried about him anyways, unless you're a homewrecker, right? And then if he isn't married, I mean, that's good, because then if you want to get in a relationship with him, he's available. This is like, it just doesn't make sense why a person, like, why a woman would even say some shit like this. Like these women right here, their minds are not right, you guys. Like, this is the tall tale signs of a person who does not think rationally. They think emotionally. They think with the social norms. And then when you want to confront it to them, they're like, oh no, I'm thinking like this. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. If he's married, you shouldn't even be talking about him. Leave him alone. Let him have his happy family. If he's unmarried, if you're unmarried, he's single. Like, it's a like, it doesn't make sense, right? This tweet out of pocket, but she's right. Not at all. 35 unmarried man has options. 35 unmarried woman, her options are dwindling. Her chance to have children is almost lost. And if you're not beautiful with at least a bit of personality, oh girl, bye, go call Tyrone. This is a woman that said this. It's the same shit. 35-year-old single man, check. 35-year-old unmarried woman, red flag. What's the difference, and how is it worse being a man? This is an interesting, instead of someone actually giving their comment, let's see what the responses are. Went to a wedding with 40 plus unmarried men. I knew instinctively that no woman older than 25 would want any of them, even though they were flossing. Their behavior was giving teenager, late bloomer type behavior. That is so interesting. Why would a man in his 40s even want a woman his same age? And that's the problem that so many women have, is that once they start to get older, once they've had their fun, their whole phases and stuff like that, they're looking for men that are about their age, a little bit older. Those men have finally hit the finances. They're physically fit, not all the time, but the guys that they're looking for, and they're not looking for them. Why would a 40-year-old, extremely attractive, very successful man want another 40-year-old woman when he can get any woman he wants? This right here is perfect. No woman older than 25. That sounds amazing. Oh my God. Like, what? I would love a woman under 25. What the fuck? Like, that sounds amazing. It depends on the situation you're in as a man, but it's generally more easy to date as a 35 unmarried man than a 35 unmarried woman, regardless of where you are in the world or ethnicity. Because men marry who they want, it's almost the same as saying a 25 virgin man isn't the same as a 25-year-old virgin woman, because women fuck who they want, men who they can. LOL, who said worse? Men value with age. It's not. The women are coping horrendously. Simple math. Unmarried man equals likely, not always, single by choice, given he's the chooser. Unmarried woman equals loser who didn't get chosen, not always, but usually. Basic logic that preteen can understand. Interesting stuff, you guys. You comment down below. I want to hear what you guys' opinions are about this, you guys. I want to hear your opinions on this. And where are you getting these opinions from? Where are you getting the base from your opinion on? A girl like that is turning 40 next week, but I can't understand how she is still single, never married, with a kid and a recent failed relationship. Makes you wonder if any of it is her. She is Jewish, so that's always been different for me as far as dating. What is this? What does the Jewish have to do? Like, what? I feel like no matter what these days now, it's like everyone just tries to find a reason to put Jewish in anything. Like, damn it, my fries weren't salted enough. It's the fucking Jews. Like, what? What? Okay. They just want to put double standards on everything. They are the same. There's nothing wrong with either being unmarried. Everyone has different paths in life with different goals, and these goals may be met later in life than others. The original poster said there's nothing wrong with being unmarried, but a lot of men that are 35 plus in the dating game, they so red flag shit like age, shame their women age mates, and try to stay forever 21 like that is exhausting, and we can see why you're not married, buddy. She's hurt. Who hurt you? Who hurt you? All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and get a deep dive into this real quick, you guys, right? So as I said before, you guys, I am approaching in my 30s real quick, and whether or not you think I'm attractive or not, you guys, in my damn near 30 years of living, I've come to know that I'm a fairly attractive man. And so I'm gonna speak from both perspectives here, because this isn't if you're looking for one of those videos where the guy's just like, oh fuck the women here, your options are done, and it's like that's not it. I'm not gonna do that. I'm actually gonna give you a very very level-headed, sober response to this for both people. So my first answer, the biggest answer, straight to the point, you guys, is that it differs. It differs. By and large, typically 35-year-old man unmarried versus a 35 unmarried woman, it's a red flag for a woman. For a man, not so much. For the man, he's available. For the man, women talk all the time about how they want a man that's established, how they want a man that has things. It's not even always about if he's willing and ready to get into a relationship. Can he support it? That's what matters a lot to a lot of women. To a good chunk of good women who actually just want stability. Not these other women who want all this, that's like 86 figures, 6 feet, 6, like, you know what I'm saying? They got this extremely long checklist. You don't even want those people, those girls anyways. They're headaches. When you get to your 30s, you start to realize that life is already fucking stressful. Why does it have to be stressful in a relationship where you're supposed to feel safe? You're supposed to have happiness. This is supposed to be your safe space from that bullshit that's in the outside world. Why do you want more headaches? Doesn't make sense, you guys. As I got older, I learned how to control my emotions. I learned how to allow my emotions to feel them, to understand them, and be able to express them appropriately when the time is right. Coming back to this whole dating thing, this unmarried situation and the married stuff and stuff like that, you guys, I can say for myself, as a man, it's not always like that, right? There are 3 things that as a man in life you need to worry about, especially when it comes to dating. If you care about dating and having partners, right? Money, looks, clout. Those are the 3 most important things. You need to have at least one of them. You need to have at least one of them to be somewhat successful in this world and somewhat successful in the dating game, you guys. Looks, money, or clout. Ideally, all 3. At least one. You have 2 of those, you're good to go. You're doing really good, right? 3 of them, you're perfect, right? Me, I've only really had looks for the most part. Never really had clout. Never really had money, right? Some of those things have changed as I've grown. I've had different levels of clout. I've had different levels of money throughout my life. But by far and large, you guys, my looks are pretty, they get me by. And so, getting into the upper ages, you guys, my money is going to catch up with it. So is my clout going to catch up with it. I keep myself in shape. Not a lot of people, men, woman, doesn't matter. Not a lot of people keep in shape when they hit their 30s. The wall hits for men just like it does for women. The difference is that a lot of women never truly develop the discipline to have a very healthy, very physical lifestyle in their early 20s. And so it's so much harder for them to maintain those looks and that attraction in their 30s and 40s and beyond because of that lack of discipline, because of just not having to work hard. And so that all matters. That's what makes your experience a lot different. Me, I've stayed doing physical fitness since 15, 16, you guys. I've stayed at it. I've stayed at the gym. I've had, my hiatuses here and there, you know what I'm saying? But I've always come back to it. And it makes my skin great. I feel like I look the best that I've ever looked in my entire life right now. I'm like, every year I look better and better and better. Whether it's your confidence gets better. Even like your confidence gets better. You're more solid in your character, your personality. That makes you more attractive. That makes you and it's not even about what other people think. You want the people who like you. You don't want to get, like, a lot of men, Duke Dennis said it best, right? Go for the women who like you. That's what matters. Those are the women's opinions that matter. The women who like you, who want to sleep with you, the women who want to do things with you. Those women's opinions matter, right? And even if they say they want to do those things, if they don't, it still kind of doesn't matter at the end of the day. You still got to fuck. You still got to do all these things. Once you guys get to those levels, then you can kind of start to take her words a little bit more seriously. Maybe I should watch my tone. Maybe I should dress a little, you know what I'm saying? Maybe. Don't say, oh, I should. No. Some men are saying, oh, you shouldn't change anything for any woman. I disagree. I think that you should take everything that everyone says with a grain of salt, because you learn about yourself from how other people perceive you. Now, let's talk about the woman. I've recently got back in the dating game, you guys, and me personally, I don't mind a woman my age. I don't mind a woman that's older. I actually have had experiences, you know, this is even before like now, you know, I've had experiences with older women. I've discovered women in their 40s who look like they're fucking 23, perky, perfect, beautiful women, right? Just wouldn't marry them. In this whole situation about marriage, it's a choice. It typically is a choice. Kind of like what that one comment said. This guy said, one of the comments said that typically a 35-year-old unmarried man is single by choice. 35-year-old single woman says that she's single by choice, but she wants to be married. That's the difference. Men, for the most part, if they want to be married, they can go get married. Like, let's 100, put your hands up, you guys. Put it in the comments down below, you guys. If you wanted to be married, how many of you could be married fucking like within a month? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like it's the same way, right? And this is why you cannot let women, especially women, shame you into living the life that you want to live. Just because woman from wherever age she's sexually active can have any choice of man she wants to fuck, doesn't mean that you have to, like, okay, here, any age, like a woman when she's sexually active, she can pretty much fuck whoever she wants to, right? Because it's available, it's ready, she could do it whenever, right? She can't choose to get married. Someone has to ask her to get married, right? She can't choose that. And so just because she can't get that does not mean that that's your problem. The same way a lot of women say, oh, because you can't get laid, that's not my problem, nigga. That's not my problem, you can't get laid. You should try harder. So why is it any different for the woman? Why can't we say the same thing for her? Why is it so hard to understand that a lot of women are saying this type of thing out of hurt for themselves and hatred for the way that they live their life and lack of accountability in the choices that they've made? How many times have we heard this? Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, talked about it so much, you guys. I see it often. I see it so much in the dating world now, you guys. Oh, I was a hoe, now I want to be saved. No, it don't work like that, shorty. You haven't developed relationship skills. So many of these women barely have had relationships over 2 years. 90% of the women in the dating pool have not had relationships over 2 years. That's a red flag to me. I'll fuck. We can date short term. I'll string you along. But I'm not gonna be your fucking boyfriend. What the fuck you talking about? Marry you? No. I'm just living life now, baby. You got to do that when you were younger. And I gotta be shamed now because I can. I can't live my life, huh? Because I didn't have the access to sex and the access to all the woman I wanted when I was 18. You did. So I gotta live by your choices. Listen, some men out here, that shaming tactic works. And if you over here, you don't want that to happen. And for the women that over here that listen and stuff like that, don't shame these men for doing that. Understand, you can get in the position of getting married by one of these high value men, by these very great men, by working on your personality. Men has three things: looks, money, clout. Woman has sex appeal, right? How she uses her body, sex appeal, personality, right? And her looks. I'll say that again. Sex appeal, how sexual and promiscuous she is. She doesn't even have to be very attractive, right? She don't even have to really be very attractive. Maybe she just dresses skimpy a lot. Maybe she just oozes 3 or 4, right? That's good enough for some guys, right? That's good enough for some guys. Looks. extremely attractive. I don't have to say any more than that. Personality. Some girls just have such an amazing fucking charming, amazing personality that men can look past the looks, men can look past her sexual appeal and all that stuff, and her personality is healing. Those three things a woman can have. She needs to have at least one of those to be successful, right? A lot of these women don't have an active social or don't have an active physical life. So when they hit their 30s, they're typically blowing up unless they're just naturally skinny, right? Personality out the door, because it's always been about woman, me. Oh, fuck these niggas, get the money since their early 20s, and now they're in their 30s. They don't know how to act. They don't know how to even relate to a man that's, not doing what they want to do. They don't know how to be in a relationship. So personality out the way, looks out the way. Now it's just sexual appeal. Well, she already did all the sexing around in her teenage years up into her 20s, and now in her 30s she wants to change it off. So now she's not even trying to be promiscuous and stuff like that. So damn, what do I get? I get a woman that is uncooperative, got a woman that she don't take care of herself, she don't go to the gym, and then now I got a woman who don't even want to fuck. Now she don't even want to have sex. Now she done did everything, so nothing's new for her. She don't want to do it on, you know what I'm saying? I can't have fun with you. So what is it in it for me? Typically, there's just not, like, older the woman gets, typically, right? It's just, there's just nothing there. There's nothing to benefit us. You can look fairly good, but as I get older, once again, what did I say earlier? Peace of mind, right? Less stress in your life. I will go down in looks to go up in cooperation. I will go down in looks to go up in personality. I will go down slightly, not too much, in sexuality to go up in personality, right? There are other things that matter. Unfortunately, a lot of women just don't know how to, they were led the wrong way. Now they want to blame men. You don't want those types of women anyways, you guys. So that's what I got to say, man. I think this was a very long video, but once again, let's just go ahead and take a look, man. You can go take a look at it if you want to. It's May 8th, Jiggy J2. I thought this was a very interesting topic, man. You guys let me know down below what y'all think about this, man. That's my personal opinion on it. I feel like I think age in the Western world is a very big thing, unfortunately. But like I said, at the end of the day, man, the woman either gonna like you or she not. And for me, I'm at the stage where the woman, I know how to choose the woman, a good woman, right? With that wants the things that I want. That's the most important thing. You got to find a good woman that wants you, that wants the things that you want, and then it's just it becomes amazing. It's becoming amazing. I gotta tell you, it's becoming so much. It's so much easier. It's a lot easier now. It was good for me since I was young, for real. But the more that I understand about myself, I know how to talk right. I know how to tell women what I want. I know how to be honest. I know how to take rejection. I know how to do all these things. I know how to cut my losses very short. I know when to not show up to a date. I know when to stand a woman up. I know when to ghost a woman. I know when to reject a woman. I know how to do all those things. I know when to do those things. Dating has become so much easier right now. It has become so much easier. It's just a numbers game. It's just a numbers game at this point. But it's become so much easier, man. Especially like if you've paid attention to your fitness, your health, your looks, you guys. Once again, man, it's not one size fits all, because for other women, some women who actually can find more dating options when they get older, especially if they're fun, especially if you're a fun, attractive girl, right? That's the best kind of woman, in my personal opinion. She should be like that from birth to death, to be honest. Bubbly, energetic, positive, healing. That's a feminine, wonderful, beautiful woman. And so a lot of these women are just men. They're men in disguise. They're men with vaginas. And that's basically what a lot of these women are these days. But anyways, with that being said, man, it's your brother Trey. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'll see you guys in the next one.